Welcome to Season 2, Episode 38. We left our heroes walking along one of the branches of the Great Yggdrasil, the World Tree, that tree which spans across all the realms, from the material up to the godly planes and down to the depths of hell and beyond. Currently, they are walking towards the trunk of the tree.
That's right. After we tried to eat some demonic ostriches.
Which we just kind of let happen, and it worked out pretty well.
Right. Yes. Thank
At
God.
the end of the day, aren't all ostriches demonic?
Well, true. I mean, there's supposed to be a fight or flight response, and they have no flight response.
I'm not going to postulate the whether or not ostriches are or are not demonic, because some of them are kind of cute in a really ugly way. So
You've obviously never been challenged to an ostrich dance-off.
So, you are working your way down towards the trunk.
did we take a rest when we were eating the demonic ostriches?
You did. You are at full hit points. Full
Perfect.
spell slots, full whatever.
Okay. All right. Walking towards the trunk. What's the name of the dude we're trying to catch up with?
You are on your way to meet Asus.
That's right, Asus.
He sits at the roots of the tree around Ymnir's well.
Okay. All right. So we're going to be climbing down once we hit the trunk, huh?
Yes. Well, the good news is when you actually hit the trunk here and you realize that this branch that you have been on, which back at where you came from the material plane was a mere like 80 some feet wide, has gotten wider and wider until it stretches to the extremes of your vision. And when you cross onto the trunk, you realize this trunk is huge. It is massive. You cannot see to the other side.
Sweet. All right. So what does the trunk look like? Is the bark smooth? Is it rough? Are we going to be climbing down? Is there kind of a path that we can walk down? How's describe to me what the tree looks like.
Yeah, so the bark is all over the place. It's like how can I describe this? Like a large northwestern Douglas fir with the deep crevices of the bark expanded out to be huge, like big enough to walk in. So you are currently in what could be considered a valley of the bark, but the ground under you is relatively smooth.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah, it is just a tree of immense proportions. That's the best way I can describe it. So take your common tree that you may know and just stretch it out by 20,000% or something like that.
Okay. So is this does the tree kind of act like an Escher painting where, no matter what surface we're on, whether we're on the branches or the trunk, we feel like we're upright, or are we actually going to be attempting to climb down the trunk?
Oh, no. You, so the two things to remember whilst on the world tree is it has its own gravity, so you will always be walking normally on it. And for the ease of this, we'll mix in a bit of the Tolkien mythos. And so if you are walking north or uphill, you're climbing, and if you're walking south or downhill, you are descending.
Okay.
All right, well, I guess we will hit the trunk into one of the valleys and start going south.
Awesome. So this valley is, we'll call it, it's not huge. You can, as you work your way through, if you go up the sides a bit, you can look over. So it's kind of almost like sand dunes on the Sahara. It's not like a huge valley. You can kind of go up and look and see the next one. But if you're down in the bottom, you can't see over.
Okay.
And who's up ahead?
I would assume Dane would be. He usually
Yeah,
is.
Dane usually scouts ahead.
Though actually, maybe he shouldn't be because he's short. Ooh, maybe you should have someone that's a little bit taller be in front.
What? Dane, you don't want to take the blows that may happen?
Well, I mean, the whole point of having someone ahead is like scouting, and if he's can't see, he's not a very good scout. Then is he?
What? Nah. You're perfect, Scout. Keep up ahead. Keep staying in the lead, yes.
When you think about it
Also-
objectively, Alpha may be the tallest, but he's also has historically the worst perception rolls because he gets easily sidetracked. So maybe not. Maybe height isn't all it's cracked up to be.
So I guess Dane's going to stay in front.
Okay, Dane stays in front. Although I
Apparently,
will.
he's being offered as the sacrificial lamb.
Okay.
Yup.
Um.
You've got the most
Well-
hit points.
While you're up there bleeding,
I thought
Ray
we healed up.
realized not bleeding, bleating.
Oh, bleating. Oh.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's a sacrificial lamb.
Ah.
Anyway,
Yeah, took
so-
me a second to make that connection as well.
Ray realizes that all of the typical bonuses kick in for being in a forest because, well, you're on a giant tree.
Dope.
Why many tree work when one tree do trick?
Okay. I was just thinking it's a forest of the tree.
We just can't see the forest through the tree.
Exactly.
Which reminds me of Kevin from The Office.
So you're going along and you're kind of bump up, and Dane, since you're out front, give me just a perception roll.
Okay. Let me see here. 14.
That's good. You notice some movement off to the side and kind of signal for everyone that there's something going on and they should maybe take a closer look.
Ooh, look-see.
Okay. Ray, what kind of bonuses do you have on your force?
Well, when I'm in there for an hour, we can't get lost. I get advantages on dexterity, and I think wisdom. And then I can forage for food, like, endlessly, so we won't starve. Other than that, that's pretty much it.
Well, you have definitely been here for at least an hour.
And also, my party and I, we don't get slowed down by terrain. So if there's any difficult terrain, we just...
Power through.
Yeah.
Nice. That's actually handy.
Let's see.
Well, since I just got that pointed out to by Dane, do you want to take a look? Let me see here. Do you want to do your perception check since that's wisdom based?
Yeah. Perception, right?
Yeah.
That's a 22.
Holy crap. You look out and you're
He
like,
perceives
wow,
all.
good eye. Those appear to be wild boars. They look like they're foraging through the nooks and crannies of the underbark, and they're eating something, but there's also something else about them. My arcana senses are tingling.
Okay.
Hmm.
So are they in the same? They're not in the same cranny that we're in, are they?
No, they're kind of, you came up the top of one and looked over and you saw them kind of like a couple over from you. They're just kind of peacefully going along, digging for, I don't know, wild mushrooms.
Okay. Well, I mean, there's no reason why we can't just try and sneak on by.
Okay. So you kind of you see them and you just kind of take a wide kind of go around them.
I mean, what do you guys think? You think we should try that?
Yeah, just sneak first, and all else fails, we could probably take him on.
Yep. So we're gonna try sneaking by him.
I mean, heck, I can become a giant boar.
Nice.
Maybe you can sneak up on them in boar form and communicate with them. See what makes them special.
Yeah, there is that. You could do a little incognito investigation,
True.
like putting a man inside a mechanical rhino.
You mean like on Ace Ventura?
That's what I was thinking of.
Yeah. Anyway.
Anyway, okay, so you guys go around. You work your way around, and I'm going to roll with this perception check. Let's say, Dane, you're kind of leading off, and Ray is keeping an eye on them. They seem to be staying away, though there seems to be one that's kind of further away, like in a different valley, and it kind of looks like its leg is caught on something. It's kind of twitching and moving slow.
Okay.
You know, if we were predators in the situation, we would go for that one.
Well, yes, but we're not necessarily.
What? Boo.
Okay. We shall try to investigate. Ray, do you want to investigate?
Yeah, I have a -1 on it, but I could try.
But you're also in a forest.
That doesn't give me an advantage on it.
Okay, well then.
Investigation is intelligence.
Does anyone have a plus on investigation?
I do. 18.
Dang.
No,
How
never mind. That was
close are you
16. Sorry.
Oh, so how close are you getting to investigate? Are you like sneaking up kind of towards it?
Yeah, sure. I have
Okay.
no regrets.
I have no regrets.
Right on.
No regrets.
So with that, as you kind of get near it, you don't see anything explicitly other than a kind of a dark line, like a shadow, just laying across its leg where it's pulling. And you wouldn't think anything of it, except there's not really anything here to cast a shadow, and you don't see... Oh, and you see it move with the leg.
That's not normal.
You could try hitting it with your moonstone.
I mean, I'm not throwing the moonstone.
Well, no, the light.
Well, yeah, I know that.
Illuminate.
The light grenade.
The light grenade. It's the holy grenade!
Just to count to 3.
Anyways, yeah, I guess I'll take out the moonstone to try and see if the shadow will go away. And be ready to run.
Okay. So you're just like holding it out and shining it at it?
Yep.
Okay. You hold it out and shine it, and as you illuminate across the rear end of the pig, it kind of glows and takes off running full speed.
Huh. Also not exactly normal behavior.
It goes over the ridge and over where the others are.
Oh, looks like you saved it. Well done.
What?
So apparently we have to watch out for shadows.
Yeah, alright.
So you guys turn and go back where you were doing your nice wide,
I mean,
like, walk.
I guess.
I'm just curious. I mean, you tell me what you're doing.
Well, I know. You're kind of. I don't know. We're trying to discern. If our DM actually wants us to interact with the boars or not.
No.
I mean, we could take them on if we really wanted to.
Or maybe they would be helpful.
I'm just trying to build a world of flora and fauna for you.
Yes, I think we will just leave the boars alone and continue on our merry way.
Cool. Well, you get walking along for a while, and you notice the bark is, generally consistent. You see a few more creatures, some very odd-looking birds, small ones this time. They tend to keep their distance from you. Until you see something that's a little out of place. It's like where the bark has been swirled around a point. You know, our in our world we would call it a knot. But here you're looking at it on the side and you just see this kind of weird swirl of bark up ahead of you.
Okay. We shall cautiously approach.
Is it like the heart of Tafiti?
No,
Oh.
definitely not.
Why definitely not?
Because I don't want to be sued by Disney.
We quote other properties.
Yes, true. We do reference them. And the argument should always be, well, it makes people want to watch those things. But
Disney has very aggressive lawyers.
exactly. And so I'm not even going to reference their we'll reference them for look, but not for story.
Yes. Disney, for being the Magic Kingdom, is very unmagical when it comes to people who they think might be utilizing their intellectual property.
See.
Exactly.
You might, might almost describe them as being an evil empire.
Well, yes, of course they're the evil empire.
Yeah, I mean, right now my evil empire is Amazon, but
Well, yes.
Yeah.
Different
Anyways,
sectors. Anyway, so no, it is not that. Now, as you approach, you do see some random shadows crisscrossing your path. You don't notice anything from them, though. You just kind of walk through, and you're like, that's odd. Where are these coming from?
Okay.
And they do seem to get thicker as you look ahead to, say, the right side than they are to the left side.
Okay. All right. Let's see. Let's say might be a good idea to climb out of the valley and go on top of the bark where there wouldn't be any shadows. Shadows are making me nervous.
I mean,
They
we
look
just
almost
held
like
the moonstone out. Would that be like a good way to just get rid of anything in front of us?
Yeah, possibly, but I don't want you to use up all your charge in the moonstone.
It doesn't have a charge.
Well, yeah, it absorbs light, so I would assume it
Yeah,
eventually would run out.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, there is a time limit on it. I mean, we've never really had to establish one before, but sure, just for the fun of it, let's roll for what that might be.
There's 20 hours.
I'm going to roll 2d12. You have 5 hours of stored light in it currently.
Are you kidding me?
I rolled a 1 and a 4.
Wow.
Well, you have been using it a lot, and you never recharged it.
True. All right, fine.
Then maybe you should just take it out and hold it in your hand so it can absorb light. I'm assuming there is light where we're walking, right?
Yes, you are illuminated, though, by starlight. There is a infinite inky blackness above you with enough stars to provide illumination. It's not dark, but it's not day.
Oh, okay. So the moonstone might not actually recharge on this, since you need either moonlight or sunlight.
True. Quite the predicament.
Right. I guess we continue the way we're going. We're just going to have to be very careful.
Yep. Is this like the Doctor Who episode where there's like the shadow, and if you step in the shadow, it'll take over you, and you can't see anything? It was really scary because that one guy was just like, "Who turned out the lights?" and everything. Like, turn back on the lights. It was really creepy.
We're not dealing with the Vashta Narada here. No.
Cool. All right. Just thought I'd ask. Since we can't reference, the Big D company. I guess I'll reference everything else.
I'm not worried about the British.
Well, now you should be. You offended them.
Oh, please. Although I did just finish Afterlife, which is actually a surprisingly good show.
Okay. I'm
It's
not
Ricky
sure
Gervais.
what that is.
It's
Okay.
it was a Ricky Gervais BBC show. It went for 3 seasons. Surprisingly good.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Anyway, so are you holding the Moonstone out or not?
Sure.
Okay, so you hold the Moonstone out, and do you go left or right?
I don't know. What way do we go?
Well, I mean, we're still going south, right? Correct.
Yes.
I guess we just continue south.
Yes, but is that you have an impediment in front of you? Do you wish to step to the left or the step to the right around it?
So we can't climb up and over the knot.
I guess you can. Yeah, it'll just take longer.
We make our own way.
Well, they said the shadows were deeper to the right, so I would assume we would want to go to the left then.
Yes.
So yeah, we're gonna go left.
Yeah.
Okay, you go to the left, illuminated by the stone. You climb up and go over the top of this thing, and you see no shadows up here.
Perfect.
Cool. Sounds like the safe option.
Yep, we will continue skirting around the knot, going leftish.
Okay, cool. Well, you make it over, you get to the other side, and continue on your way unabated. You do notice that as you jump over and move down, that those strands of shadow lessen as you go.
Okay.
All right.
I think we might have sidestepped something. Perfect.
Woohoo.
All right, you can go ahead. I think you should put the moonstone away.
Yep.
So we don't want to use up the charge.
Nope.
Cool. Well, this is a long journey. You work your way down, and you're seeing actually all sorts of cool stuff. And eventually, you hear kind of a rumbling. It's the pounding of hooves on a road. You should be familiar with this, as you've dealt with many a trade cart and a horse. And as you look around, you see from the north a dark colored horse come riding towards you.
Ooh.
Okay.
Alrighty.
Is there something riding this horse?
Yes, it looked like a man.
As the Headless Horseman, run!
We don't. These colors don't run. All right.
Nature check! I'm kidding. What kind of horse is it? What's the breed?
It appears to be a large black horse, maybe of Arabian descent, but you notice something particularly peculiar about it, and that's that it has 8 legs.
That's definitely peculiar. It's a spider horse! An arachnahorse? Arachnahorse. This is the arachnahorse.
Nice. And as Arachnahorse gets close, you notice that the rider has a gray flowing cloak on, but other than that, you can tell it looks like a person.
An ordinary person, not headless?
Yes, there is a head.
Darn. We never get
Alright.
anything exciting.
So, going to just kind of wait for it. Weapons ready to hand, just in case.
All right. Well, it comes pounding up next to you and kind of bucks back, supporting itself, 4 legs at the hind and 4 up front, and then lands. And you are greeted.
Hello, travelers. Where might you be headed?
We were headed south to see Asus.
Ah, seeking wisdom. Excellent. I myself am visiting one of the other branches. I will be back this way later. Perhaps we shall meet again.
One second, can you describe this rider real quick?
Yeah, he's looks like a very strong middle-aged guy, wearing a gray cloak, that covers him. You can't see much of his face. You can definitely see he's got a big beard, like a beard that would make a dwarf proud. And
Okay.
but other than that, he just looks like a big, strong dude.
Can we see his eyes?
No, they're hidden behind the cloak.
Ah. Okay. Got it. All right, cool.
Nice. All right.
So he rides on by then?
Yes, he gives you a farewell. Notices, kind of looks around at you, gives you a nod, and then takes off. And you notice as he goes, well, probably Dane and Alpha not so much, but Castros and Ray, you notice that horse moves faster than anything in nature that you've seen.
Cool. I want one. Then I could terrify my enemies, and before they even knew what was happening, I'd be upon them.
Awesome.
Alpha probably looks at it and goes, I bet I could beat it.
Beat the dead horse. Beat the arachno horse.
Let me just say that the speed rating on this thing normally is faster than Alpha's dash.
Wow.
Yeah, I figured. But, Alpha's a very confident sort, I think.
I still want one. I want an arachno horse.
Well, just keep it in mind and dream. It's D&D. There's a way to do anything.
True. I'm gonna breed one.
Yeah, good luck with that. I looked it up.
It can be done. I mean, that one was bred.
See?
Yeah, but it took a god.
Yeah, but still, it was done.
Hey, are you saying I'm not a god?
Yes, that's what we're saying. You're not a god.
I see how it is. Alright.
I mean, despite what you think of yourself, you're still mortal. At least for the moment.
For the moment. Fingers crossed.
Ooh, I hear a plan of brewing.
Well, no, once he hits a certain level, he basically stops aging.
Yeah,
That doesn't make me a god. I can still die. What I need to do is find a god who is weak enough and challenge him to a duel. And then, once I beat him in a brawl, I'll befriend him and he shall make me a god beside him.
Or you can marry a goddess.
No.
that also works.
No, that's lame. Who cares about that? I want to beat a god in a brawl.
I like the goddess angle because I would just love you to, be some really haggy old goddess's sugar daddy.
No.
That would be hilarious.
No, only Margaret. Margaret's the only woman I can stand.
Oh, the thrill of control.
Anyway. Okay.
Daddy, bring me home. Bang, bang.
Yep. You know where I was going.
Yeah.
Anyway. All right, well, he rides off, and you guys continue on your journey. And after quite some time, you eventually make it to where the tree. How can I describe this? It starts to look rougher. The bark swirls and becomes really hard to maneuver over. Thankfully, Ray is there to make things easier because this is like ultimate difficult terrain, and so Ray just makes it, I guess, normal difficult terrain, whereas the previous what would have been difficult was just made normal. And
Nice.
You continue to climb, and it takes hours. I mean, this is it's tough. I mean, it's like you're going up like Smith Rock or something, right? And eventually you get to a point where you crest and it opens, and the whole area opens up to looking down upon a huge valley. Now, this is bigger than any of the little valleys that you saw in the bark. This is where it rounds out above a pool of water. And on one side sits a giant. And by giant, I mean like his head alone is twice the height of any one of you guys. We'll say Alpha just to make it easy.
Okay.
Sorry, Dane, you're the short one.
No, that's fine.
No, that's fun.
Anyway, so he's sitting there, and then across the well from him, you see what looks like a frail little person. Maybe like smaller than a dwarf, maybe a halfling, is sitting across from him. Yeah, kind of
Okay.
like Peter Dinklage in Elf, but very frail. You know, like skeletal.
Okay.
And I guess you guys continue your descent.
Yes, we do.
Give you an option in case you wanted to do anything.
No, I think we're good right now.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, as you get close, you notice one thing that's rather peculiar. Brighter than the light from above you, there is a glimmering from the well, from the pool of water. It just shines incredibly bright. And as you get close, you see the giant turn his head and look at you, and then turn back. And Asus, in his raspy old voice, "Hello there. You have come to see me. Are you
They
sure?"
have?
Yes. Are you sure you're ready for the answers you seek?
Oh, one quick second. Is Asus the halfling or is he the giant?
The halfling.
Okay, that's what I figured.
The giant just kind of looked at you and then looked over at him.
Got it. Well, if we are to succeed in our quest, we were directed here, so I would say yes. We are ready to hear the answers we seek.
Then let us test you for that.
No, not a test.
It's a test with these people.
I didn't study.
No need. And he reaches down into a little pouch at his side and pulls out 4 marbles. And he holds them out in his old bony hand. Each of you take 1.
Okay.
Alright. Do they have any difference between them, or they all look the same?
They are absolutely identical.
Lovely.
All right.
Now, say to them you are ready.
I am ready.
He said,
Good.
"You are ready."
Your power must be given freely for what you seek. For each to your own self must make weak. Then tested you shall be for the allowance of the approach of we.
Oh, great.
Now riddles.
And so when you do this, that's glowing. He says his little incantation, and each of you notices something. Alpha, you feel slow, and Dane, you start to feel weak. And let's see, Castros, you still feel smart, but the things that were holding you back, your wisdom is like gone. And Ray, you suddenly have lost your quickness, if you will. So what he has given you in this test, this is kind of a cool little game mechanic thing I found. It causes your highest stat point to temporarily be reduced to 3. So for this test, Dane, your strength is 3. Alpha, your dexterity is 3. Castros, I think it's wisdom, and then Alpha, I think it's also dex, but I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah, Dex would become 3.
Awesome.
Which really is not good for him.
And then, as you guys see these things glow, they put up out of your hand. Branches start coming out and flailing like a squid in a Hollywood movie. That's trying to think of a good example, like The Faculty, flailing around,
Okay.
or Alan Tudyk's leg in Resident Alien.
Yeah, still haven't seen that, so. But we'll take your word for it. Tentacles.
Yes, and it shoots up, and it's about let's call it 7 feet off the ground, and the tentacles start flying at you. At which point, everyone has to suddenly roll initiative.
Whoop.
All right.
Ray got a 9.
Castros got an 8. No, wait, no. Castros got a 10.
Okay.
Alpha got 12.
Dane got a 3.
Jeez. Alrighty. Ooh. And appropriately somewhat, the creature rolls an 18.
Of course.
Of course.
I just calls him like I sees him, like a whale
Yeah.
biologist.
Your stupid
Mhm.
blessed dice.
Alright. So, it will... Oh, helps if I open the right window. It will start the branches flying out towards you. So it's about 30 feet from you right now, roughly. And you have 4 tendrils come launching over at you. And it will just go down the list in the same initiative. Alpha, oh god, nat 20s, of course. Sorry,
Stop
Alpha.
rolling, Ben.
I'll use a different die.
Just stop.
So so normally it'd be a strength check or a saving throw, but it just reaches out, whips around, and Alpha is grappled. The next one does the same for Castros and rolls that is a 17 to hit.
It hits.
All right, you are grappled.
Great.
And then we will go for Ray. That is a 10 to hit.
That does not hit.
All right, you dodge out of the way of that one. And Dane, then you are 9 to hit.
Yeah, thank goodness. No, that does not hit.
All right. So, now, Alpha, you are grappled. What do you do?
Alpha turns ethereal and immediately breaks grapple.
Perfect. So you poof out of the grapple and just like slide to the left.
Yeah, he just kind of
Slide to the right.
He like just slides out of the grip and is now ethereal for the next 6 rounds, I guess, maybe, or however long it is.
Okay. You're just gonna hide out. All right, gotcha.
Oh no! I mean, you can't. I only have one action. I mean, I have bonus attack.
Oh, that is your action. Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotcha. All right, so you're done. Castros, you are also wrapped up.
Sure am. Would wild shaping into something slightly bigger something bigger or smaller cause the grapple to break?
You can try it, and then we can do a dice check.
So wanted to do, because I can do this, is like concentration spells can run while I'm in wild shape if it's something like call lightning. So
Yep.
I was going to send lightning down first and then wild shape. But it might be dangerous to call down lightning while I'm in its grasp. Just a thought. But I won't be able to do it after I wild shape unless I were to expend both uses of wild shape, but that would be lame. So now I need to ponder. Oh, fine, I'll wild shape. Should I do something bigger or smaller?
I would think smaller.
Yeah, but there's nothing smaller that's worth changing into.
Yeah, I mean, that's true. You could try changing into the wormling. I'm just afraid you might get. Well, I mean, it's wood. I don't know how much it doesn't necessarily have a lot of flexibility.
I mean, I could just do the basic thing and do a strength check to get out of it.
You could, since your strength wasn't affected.
That doesn't change the fact that I have a negative on strength, but
Would you, if you changed into a bear, would that affect your strength in a positive way?
yes, but that would still expend 2 actions. I'ma just do a strength check and see what happens. 11.
Does not break free.
I figured.
Sorry. All right, so you struggle and try to break free. Ray, you dodged. What are you gonna do?
Alrighty. Well, take out my bow and shoot.
Don't shoot
Okay.
me.
So remember your highest stat, if it's related to your bow, is gonna have like a -5 on it.
Yep. So wait, I'm confused.
Well, whatever your highest stat on the left. So if it was like dexterity, which is I think what you use for your bow,
Yeah.
then it becomes 3. So it goes from being a plus to whatever it was down to like a -5.
Great. Okay. Well, it's the best chance I got. Please roll a nat 20. That's a 10.
Yes, that does not hit. You go and you fumble with your arrow and wobble and shoot.
Gosh darn it. Alrighty. Extra attack, try again. I have nothing else I can do. All my attack.
Oh, that's fine.
Are you using your special arrows for this?
Oh, I guess I am, aren't I?
You don't have to. I just was curious.
Yeah, you don't have to.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that first one was a normal arrow.
Okay.
Also, my second shot, I rolled a 5, so,
Yeah,
Just
so
0.
that's a definite 0. So
yeah.
it just like splits out of your bow and you just kind of, oh.
I think this is making
go weep in the corner.
I think this is making us realize that Ray needs to find other hobbies.
How dare you? Who's helped
Did
us
you
sneak into about a million places?
Did you do a special arrow on that, just out of curiosity?
Ray,
Huh?
he asked you a question. Did you use a special arrow on your second shot?
Nah.
I think trying to use a special arrow right now would be bad.
Yes.
Okay. Well then, Dane, it is your turn. You have also successfully dodged that initial branch.
Yes. I am going to cast Scorching Ray at this thing.
Okay.
Don't hit me.
Well, so the body of the beast is 30 feet away.
Yes.
Its tentacles have grabbed you, but it's 30 feet away. And I think you're still kind of close to me, so I'm pretty confident that I'm not going to hit you.
Alright.
Okay, Scorching Ray. Here we go. So, first roll is a 19.
Bang, that hits.
Second roll is a 27.
That definitely hits.
And the third roll is a 19.
Also hits. Good job.
All right, so 2d6 for each. First one does 3 fire damage.
Okay.
Second one does 10 fire damage.
Okay.
And the third one does 5 fire damage.
All right.
Does it let go of me?
No, it does not. It gets blasted and lets out a...
Nice.
Its cry sounds like wood creaking.
Yeah, basically. All right. Well, it's back to its turn. So, it will start with Casseros,
Great.
and it will reel you in. It pulls you, since you were about 30 feet away, it drags you 25 feet along the ground, whipping you towards it. Now you're up to within 5 feet of it.
Cool. Just means closer range.
Yeah, so you're right next to it right now. You can feel its hot breath upon you.
It has hot breath. This thing is
well-
warm.
Okay, fine. Woody breath. What do you want me to say?
It's warm
Trying
like
to
a
world
fire.
build, and it's just
Getting
not working.
scented like Lysol.
Oh, this is actually kind of pleasant.
God. It's oh, what is it? No, it's tree sap. You smell like, like burnt, kind of a air sliced tree sap coming out of it.
You know what? Still not too bad.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
I live in the woods.
True.
Not a bad
All
smell.
right.
It's not the
All
worst
right.
warm breath I've ever smelt, so, could be worse.
Nice. Well, it's gonna whip out and try to hit Ray then again, and that is a 16 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay. Now make a roll a d20 and tell me what you get.
Okay. That gun landed on a wrong side because it got caught in the dent in the table. 12.
12. It wraps around you, and you are held by it.
Darn it!
Yep.
Welcome to the club.
And then it whips out for Dane, and that is a 11 to hit.
Nope.
All right. That misses you. It's got one more, the one that Alpha escaped from, and dang, I guess
He's still immaterial, isn't he?
he is immaterial. But there's one more. The vine, the branch that had held him, is now free. So, dang, I guess it'll also take a swing at you since it can't hit there. And that is a 19 to hit.
Really? All right. Yeah, that definitely hits.
Okay, that one hits. Roll a d20. Tell me what you get.
Does it matter? I don't have any strength.
Yeah, because this is more of a dex-based thing.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Dex doesn't help much either. All right, here we go.
And it's not even really that. It's just a dice check to see if it even catches you
Oh yeah.
after it hits. You rolled a what?
A 6.
A 6? Yeah, it wraps around you.
Of course it does. Yes, it does. All right.
All right. So, we are at Alpha.
Alpha ignites his fists and starts trying to pummel it. But I have to think about my attack rating now. So 3 goes a minus what?
5.
Minus 5. Oh, great. All right. So he's going to try to unleash a flurry of blows against this thing. So
Okay.
let's see here.
You're going to run over to the main body and recorporealize and start swinging?
Doesn't have to recorporealize. I can still attack in ethereal form. Just gives me
Good Lord, you're
resistance
frightening.
to bludgeoning and non-magical and piercing. And also
Gotcha.
can't
All
be
right.
grappled.
But if someone has a vacuum or a fan,
Yeah, that would suck. All right, so first one was shit. That was with the oh geez. Oh wow. So yeah, that is only an 8 to hit, which is I'm sure a miss.
yep,
Next one would be 15.
that hits.
All right, and then another 15.
Yep,
Then 13.
nope,
Then 6,
nope,
and then 16.
yes.
Okay, so now I got to think about what this is actually going to be for damage because it. Oh, I can shift over to my strength instead of dex modifier, so that's 1d6 plus 1. So that's. Oh man. That's only 10 damage total, magical fire damage.
Wow.
Alpha not
Right.
having dexterity really, really sucks for him.
Well, that's why it's a test. All right, Castros. You are currently being held. What do you do?
Sure am. So on the things we're proficient in, so for me, the wisdom thing would probably relate to my spellcasting modifier.
Yes.
Try using the moonstone on it.
Not sure. I don't think it's related to the shadows.
It's not, but you can still damage, right?
No, it just makes light.
Oh.
That's a
So
healing
with-
item.
That my spellcasting modifier is plus 11. Is my spell attack bonus.
That's basic.
Yes.
So
So would it immediately go? Would it subtract 5 from it, or go to negative
Yes.
5 on the modifier?
No, it just take 5. Whatever your current spellcasting modifier is. Oh yeah, you're right. I was gonna say just take 5 off, but what was your plus before? What's your normal
11.
plus? No. On your wisdom.
It's normally plus 4.
4. So just take 9 off of your spellcasting modifier, which makes it a plus 2.
You know what? At least it's still a plus.
Yeah.
I'll take it. I guess right now a good thing to do would be to conjure animals. So I'll do that, and I guess we could do 1 CR2 or 2. Might as well do 1 CR2, so 1 challenge rating, 2 creature.
Okay.
See if that doesn't fail. 16 to cast.
You're good.
Alright, time to randomly generate a challenge rating 2 beast.
All right. Working on it. Did I bring up? Oh yeah, I got a lot of options on this one. All right, where is my die? There it is. Eh. Oh, that's hilarious.
Oh, what I get?
A centaur.
Hot! Alright.
Yeah, so I'm just looking at the D20 list that I generated for it, and yeah, that's kind of one of the funnier ones. Hey, at least it wasn't a gelatinous cube, right?
Yeah. One sec, let me check something.
So centaur has a speed of 50 feet. It has multi-attack, and yeah, a lot of good stats.
well, that's good. We need something to go our way in this test.
I guess we roll initiative for it, right?
Yes, one sec. Don't do
Eh.
that. I rolled a 3.
Awesome. We'll just bump it right down there below Dane.
Cool. Alright, and I have its attacks up, so cool.
Sweet. All right,
Somebody
that
lighted
was your
stuff on fire.
that
Like
was your
the
action, right?
weapons. Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right, well then, Ray, your turn.
Alrighty.
You're wrapped up.
I am done with this thing. I'm using spike growth and I'm putting it right under its feet.
It doesn't have feet. It's a mound.
Yeah,
Right.
it's connected to the tree. But maybe you could do spike growth in its mouth.
Possibly. Yeah. I guess that's literally my best option.
I like this. This is a creative solution.
Alrighty. Let's give it a mouthful of thorns.
Oh God.
I might just say that's an 18 because I don't know where my spell casting modifier
Okay.
ends now.
Nice. All right. Good job. How much damage are you causing with this this
Well,
thorny
usually
growth?
it covers a 20-foot radius, and then whenever something moves across it, it takes 2d4 damage for every foot.
All right. Well, how about we'll start with it spreads from its mouth out around its exterior, like the scene of Neo in the Matrix with the mirror like going into his throat, but in reverse. So
Okay.
it's like it came out And then go ahead and give me your 2d4 damage.
5.
5. All right. So, and from now on, it cannot do anything without taking that damage. So basically, on its turn, every turn, it will take that damage.
Aha, take that. Well, now what do I do? I still got an extra attack, but I don't really have much else.
You can use it to struggle out.
Can I do that?
Well, I mean, is that a spell you cast?
Yeah.
Then that's the one thing you can do this turn.
Alrighty.
Yeah, you can cast. You can do a regular spell, or you can multi-attack, or like meaning like an attack and a cantrip or whatever. But yeah, once you cast a spell, that's it. That's your action.
Mm.
Yep. But that means it's Dane.
Okay.
That's the power of Dane.
So I can, since I have 2
Mm.
spell slots
Mm.
at the 2nd level, I can cast Scorching Ray twice, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Once per turn.
Well, yes. So I'm going to
Yeah.
cast Scorching Ray at it again.
Okay.
First one is a 15.
I guess it's a spell save on my end, right?
Actually, no, I'm sorry. Yeah, 6 plus 9 is 15. Yes. Correct.
So it's a spell save on my end then. So I save and I take half of whatever damage is for you. You'll roll your damage and then I'll take half.
All right. Okay. So I'll roll the damage for the first ray,
Okay.
and that's 8.
Okay.
So the second ray is 18.
Oh, damage?
No, to hit.
Oh, to hit.
I have to roll an attack for each ray. It's 3 rays, and I have to roll an attack for each one.
Okay, I think I just did this wrong. But oh well, that's fine.
You might not have. I mean, it's not a cantrip; it's an actual spell. So
Okay, well, you definitely hit it for full damage.
okay. So second ray. Oh God. 5 fire damage,
Okay.
and then the third ray. Oh my God. Was only 12.
So that one, it just fizzles.
Yeah, I figured. I keep rolling badly at the worst times.
But you did damage it.
Yeah.
And from behind, a mystical centaur comes charging in.
Alright. So I see it has like a pike attack. Does it actually have that as a conjured animal or no?
Yeah, it is a conjured pike.
Okay, cool. Then I'll do its multi-attack, one with its pike and one with its hooves.
Go for it.
So, pike first, I guess.
All
Doesn't
right.
really matter. 13 was 19 to hit.
Oh yeah, that hits.
That's only 5 piercing damage.
Okay.
And then for the hooves, 25 to hit.
Jeez. Yeah. Holy
I rolled a
crap.
19 on that one.
Yeah, but we're not actually doing much damage. We're just kind of pecking at it. So, you know.
Oh no, that's sending some wood chips flying.
Didn't roll awful. That would be 12 bludgeoning. Go, my centaur, go!
Jeez. Yeah. No, you guys have taken some pretty good chunks out of it. In fact, it's just like after that, and whips its tentacle around to grab the centaur and makes the attempt at a 16 to hit.
That actually does grapple it, yeah.
Awesome.
So you gotta roll a dice, I think, to see if
Yeah,
it's
roll me a dice save for it.
With strength on it, or no?
No, it's just a d20.
Rolled a 6.
Oh yeah, it's got it. So it's like
Rolled well in
grabbed-
the other things.
it grabs the centaur. Let's see. So we're gonna go down the list. Oh, wait. Oh yeah, because that was the one that was free from Alpha, and Alpha's there now, but it doesn't have a free arm to do anything.
Doesn't
But
it
Alpha,
get
you're
damaged every time it moves now?
yes. So go ahead and and give me the damage for that. Yeah, just so I don't forget it.
5.
Awesome. So it takes another 5 damage, and since Alpha is right up next to it, it is going to kind of spin around and try to bite him. So that is a oh good lord. 23 to hit.
Yeah, that definitely
Oh,
hits.
jeez.
Well, I didn't exactly expect that. All right, he's going to chomp at you. There it is. I have the right dice for this. Ooh. That is sorry, Alpha. He got you like you stuck your head inside of the man-eating plant in Little Shop of Horrors and you got bit for 24 piercing.
12 piercing.
Isn't he? I'm gonna say, isn't he still incorporeal?
Yep, I have resistance to piercing.
Yep. Good lord. Okay, and then let's see. That was Alpha. Castros was. Oh, Castros, you're right in front. Oh yeah, you're gonna have to get. He's gonna bite you too. He
Great.
pulled you in last time.
I was gonna say, doesn't he have a mouthful of thorns?
Yeah.
He does, which means he's at disadvantage. So it's only a 14 to hit.
Does not hit, barely.
Awesome. So that did not work out well. And then he's gonna give Ray a yank and pull Ray 25 feet towards him. And then that is it. We're back to Alpha, who is hanging out of the creature's mouth in mist form.
Oh. I guess try to continue burning through my attacks as horrible as they were.
Now, since Alpha's in this thing's mouth, is he also subject to the stupid wall of thorns thing?
That's a good question. I'm gonna default to Ray on this one.
I mean, I would hope that it wouldn't, but considering the situation, it probably does.
What is the wall? It just restricts movement, right?
No, basically, it makes a 20-foot radius of thorns, and if you move, for every 1 foot you move against it, you have to take 2d4 damage.
But it's reduced by half because you're in mist form.
I see. So basically, don't move, punch. That kind of cancels
Yes.
one of the plans I had.
Yeah, I
to
guess that
get out of
works.
this.
There you go. You do the 3-inch death punch.
All right, then I guess that's gonna have to be what he does. All right, which means, oh gosh. So of the 6 attacks, I'm burning through all my ki for this. Actually, wait. It didn't seem to take any extra damage from the fire.
It took noticeable. It took damage, but you didn't notice it. Like it didn't. It did not appear to double damage, if that's what you mean.
Okay. In which case, then, oh gosh, I roll a 9, a 16, another 16, a 10, an 18, and a 15.
Four hit.
All right. Come on, Alpha. Do something. All right, that's 3, 6, so 9, plus 6 is 15, plus 5, 20 damage.
Dang.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Big wood chips just go flying off in sections as it screams in pain,
You want to bite
and
me?
you can
I
tell
bite you.
Yeah, it's hanging on by like threads at this point, as it is Casros's turn.
Cool. Alright. Hmm.
Well, your strength is unaffected. You might be able to just draw your sword and hit it. Maybe you can chop free.
True.
Of course, you'd be at a disadvantage, right? Because you're grappled.
Yes.
Yeah.
I could try, but I could also do like a quick cantrip or something.
Oh yeah.
There you go.
I would do Thunder Wave, but you people are too close to me.
Yeah.
What do you mean, you
Yeah.
people?
I meant you people. I thought I made myself clear. Anyways, produce
Alpha's
flame or
happy to be
poison
considered
spray?
people.
Could I weaponize poison spray and use it as a weed killer?
I guess technically, I mean, I guess I don't remember exactly what poison spray does.
I mean, it's poison damage.
That's it.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, you extend a hand toward a creature, and a puff of noxious gas shoots from your palm. All right, yeah, go for it.
I mean, I guess, why not? I believe since I'm at a certain level, it does 2d12?
Good lord.
Let me check.
Do 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 do.
I mean, I'm sure it does at this level.
We're checking. We're checking.
Darn it, if we were one level higher, it would be 3d12. Yeah, it's just 2d12.
Yeah, that's it. Just 2D.
All right, so you're cantripping it. Boom. So roll the cantrip.
Yep. To hit or to just do the damage?
Yeah, roll the hit. I need you to roll the hit before you do your damage.
18.
Oh, geez. Yeah, you're gonna hit.
Okay, and that's 2d12. Dum-de-dum. I don't use 2d12s. There we go. That would be 12 poison damage. I rolled an 11 and a 1.
Well, as you are right next to it, and it's, it had taken a bite at you, and in response, you immediately, release this poison gas. You basically shoot it straight into its mouth, and it starts hacking and coughing, and all the tendrils fall free to the ground as it begins to just, cough and melt back into the ground.
Ha! I got the final hit in, suckers.
Like I said, it was hanging on by a thread after Alpha's blows, but you just, took it out.
Nice. I'm glad I did something. Other than send my centaur after it.
I mean, that centaur did work.
It did.
It was very distracting.
Yeah. I mean, who isn't distracted by half man, or half naked man, half horse?
Yeah.
Half naked horse.
Yeah, half naked horse. All naked.
Half man, half horse, all naked.
Naked and centaur frayed.
Anyway, as the last of it disappears into the ground, and there's a little hole that's left, and those 4 marbles come back out, and they float over to you in midair, and are just about a foot away from you, waiting.
If we grab it, will we get our abilities back?
It depends on if you grab the right one or not.
Oh, could we do potentially a first live action Scooby-Doo moment and we all swap bodies? But it would be we all swap stats.
I would prefer not.
Yeah.
But there's no way to tell, right?
Well, I'm pretty sure Alpha has at least a 50-50 shot because 2 of us are Dex people. Ah.
True. I would like my wisdom back, please.
All right, so let's have Alpha grab marble first.
Or how about we ask the wizard? We
Yeah.
passed the test. Maybe we should be like, hey, we passed. Give us our marbles back.
I mean,
He
yeah.
just stares at you.
No, yeah, great.
Great. Investigation.
Yeah, I mean we can roll. We can roll our.
Because those are intelligence based, and he took my wisdom. Ha ha ha. Never mind. I got a 7.
Yep, looks good to you.
Dane got a 12.
Looks good to you.
Investigation, you say?
No, we did Arcana checks, but
Oh, Arcana.
Alpha just goes
You
up
can
and grabs
investigate.
one.
And you feel your speed return.
Hey, I'm gonna just grab one.
You feel your wisdom return.
Wait, what?
Or whatever
No.
it is. You feel your stats return. That's it's
Okay.
Good.
I'm not screwing with you guys on this. It gives you back what was given up for the test.
Okay.
Ugh.
All right.
Not another test. Okay, got it.
So,
Give me my wisdom back. Gimme.
random fun fact, during that fight, you want to guess what Alpha's armor class was when he didn't have the speed?
What?
10. So if he wasn't ethereal, he would have been screwed. And you know what my attack rating was? -1.
Wow.
Yeah. There's a reason why I didn't even attempt to do anything strength related. I just went full on wizard.
Yeah, and that's why I mostly used a
Yeah,
centaur, because you
let me
only need
think
to
about it, 'cause-
survive it.
yeah, because like his dexterity gives him a +5 bonus, but you take away his dex and give him a -5 or -4, -5 bonus, then yeah, it just completely negates every other benefit that he would get. So not only does it take away armor and attack rating and everything, it also penalizes any other proficiency. It's like, yay,
Awesome.
I suck.
He still did 20 damage. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Across 6 attacks.
Yeah, and you know what that damage would have been with his dex bonus? It would have been 40.
Wow.
Wow. Okay.
Wow.
And he wouldn't have missed a couple of those.
Yeah, and he probably and he
Yeah.
would have gone from -1 to like +9 attack rating.
Yeah.
I'm slow.
All right. So we stroll back to Asus.
Asus basis.
Basis.
You have done well. Please forgive my caution. Many have come that were unworthy.
Ah, I can see how that could be annoying.
Yes, quite. So, you have a question?
We were directed here. Let me see if I can kind of phrase this. We were directed on a quest to save our plane of existence from the old ones being released. And eventually we got flung back in time 1,000 years. But it seems to be that our main nemesis is this demonic being named the Boss. So we are here to ask you for a way to defeat it.
I know of no demon called Boss. Nor do I know of a way to defeat the demons beyond the devices of the 9 hells themselves. But I sense there is another reason you have come here.
Another reason?
The old guy, you remember the in the Mages Guild, you were asking him about something that you discovered down in the catacombs.
What did we discover down in the catacombs?
Completely forgets our whole mission.
History check.
History check, history check, history check.
I mean,
I rolled a 4.
Eh, it's fine. I'm just gonna tell you. You had looked through into the area where like you poked a little hole through the gate, and you
yeah,
looked
we
inside,
saw the
and the
divot.
ground.
Yeah.
Yeah, the ground was all. And then the guy told you to come talk to this guy about that.
Oh, okay. I didn't think he was talking about the divots in the ground. I thought he was talking about a way to kill the boss. All right.
Oh, no, he was talking specifically about those.
Okay.
He needs to sort out his priorities.
So yeah, so we went down into the catacombs beneath the capital city of our place and went through the gate of the dead to the resting place of one of the old ones, and we opened up a little peephole, and there inside that room we noticed that on the floor there were some divots.
Divots. Like scoops?
Yes.
Hmm. This is not good. You see, long ago there was a great battle. The gods clashing, fighting amongst themselves. There was an orc god named Grumsh. He was cast to the 9 hells, where he erected a fortress and stayed for quite some time. His son was sent to Acheron. Bogtru swore he would help his father, but he found he had lost his marbles. For the orbs of power had fallen from the realms of the gods to the material plane. Now, these orbs were attracted to where the old ones were imprisoned. For power seeks power.
Okay. So you're saying these orbs are now missing?
They appear, by your description, to have been removed, though more likely someone was searching until they found one.
Okay. Jesus. So what do you suggest? Do we need to go look for the being that has the orbs of power?
I would attempt to find them quickly, for it takes great power to wield such power. And if they know how to use it, they may be able to rival the gods.
Fantastic. All right. How do we find them?
It should not be too difficult. And he holds out his hand and kind of like pretends like he's holding a ball out. They should be about this sized, black as a starless night.
Okay. But the world is a very large place, so something this ball this that can fit in our hands, that could take us eternity to try and find them all.
You do not need all. Find the one that was taken and stop whoever took it from using it. It cannot go far from its resting place, for the further it gets from an old one, the stronger it will try to move back to it.
Interesting.
Okay. Does it give off any kind of a field or a power? Is there something that we can use that would draw us to it, kind of like a lodestone?
Those who can sense magic should be able to feel it. The mana that would emanate from it would be like the sun.
All right. Okay. Well, I guess that's a place to start. So we need to find one, and then when we find the one, then what do we do?
Stop whoever has taken it. Ideally, return the sphere to its resting place. Or you can bring it to me.
Hmm.
Yeah. Okay. We bring it to you.
Maybe if it's your birthday when we acquire it, then it'll be like a nice birthday gift. But
Nice.
I was gonna say, what's it worth to us to bring it to you?
The only reason to bring it here is to cast it into the well, where it would be quenched for all of eternity.
cast it into the flames.
That wouldn't be a bad idea, honestly.
Yeah.
Remove a source of power and weaken Grumsh's sun, which is a worthy goal in and of itself.
It's a Mount Doom situation.
Yeah.
Why wasn't this done originally?
They
Always
fell to Earth. No one went and got them.
Yeah.
That seems
The
very.
gods are quite forgetful of their toys.
Yeah, that seems very irresponsible of them.
Well, we're talking about the gods here.
Quick question. This is not related to anything. While this is all being explained, can I be riding on top of my centaur in the background?
Of course.
Yeah! I'm riding on top of my centaur. I summoned him. He's not doing anything. I'm riding it. How attractive is this centaur? Just curious,
Well, let's roll for him. Ooh, he's a 10 out of 10.
Oh, nice. All right. Let me ride my half-naked man.
Yes,
Wow.
roll your fingers through his hair. Long flowing curls.
So you do know what they call, if you're riding behind another dude.
Oh my god.
It's a centaur. It's a man, but horse where it counts.
Thanks for that one, Abby.
Oh my god, take a style point. Wow.
Yeah.
Alright, okay, so Castros is riding bitch right now.
Hey, there's an attractive half horse, half man here. I'm not gonna pass it up.
And Ray's drooling at the horse part. Got it. Okay.
I am nature folk.
Hey, you don't pass up an opportunity to ride on the back of a centaur.
Oh yeah, I pass. Hard pass.
Totally.
No, you wouldn't.
I'm a dwarf. That's really high off the ground for a dwarf.
So is any other normal horse, but this is a centaur. At least you have a waist to wrap your arms around to
Yeah.
steady yourself.
Dane's okay. He's alright. He doesn't need to do that. Alright, okay. Got it. So go find the orb. Alright, well, thank you, Aces. Can you get us back to our plane of existence? Lickety split, or are we going to have to retrace our path down the tree? Or up the tree, I should say.
There are no shortcuts here, and my power is very limited.
Okay.
Alright, centaur, jump up the tree!
If you would like, my friend here could toss you.
Even better! Is he strong enough to toss me on tar?
Yeah, I'm just gonna say yes to that.
Yeah, let's do it!
So the giant can fling us across the planes of existence?
Well, he could throw you like up the trunk of the tree a ways and save you several hours of your journey.
Yeah.
Oh, God. I feel like
Be
I'm
grateful.
walking into stereotype land.
You're gonna have to toss me.
All right, fine. In the interest of brevity, go ahead and toss me.
He, Asus says something to Ymir, and Ymir kind of chuckles and folds out his giant hand. I mean, it's huge, and you, I guess, well, no, he'll just reach down and pick you up. How about that? We'll make this
Okay.
easy. And you feel him. The wind rushes by your ears as he pulls back and then just chucks you, and you go flying. You see the ground flashing underneath you. Oh my god, this is hilarious. All right, yeah, you go flying, and then let's just do it all. Let's do one at a time. He grabs Dane first, and then I guess Ray.
Yeah, I
Or
guess.
Castro, okay, and then Castros, and then Alpha, just one at a time, and he just choo 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 choo.
The centaur.
And the centaur, yes.
Can't forget Barry the centaur.
Harry.
All right. So hold on, I'm gonna have to figure out because you guys are gonna have to take some impact damage from landing.
You know what? It was worth it.
Oh, I totally agree. It's just like I said, unexpected. I never would have thought you guys would have chosen
Agreed.
this. Yeah, I mean it's interesting. Oh man.
Well, if I knew I was going to take impact damage, I might not have been so quick to say yes. But whatever.
What, we just all be chilling up near the top as you climb for 2 hours?
Well, remember,
All right.
it's walking. It's not climbing. It's walking.
Well, it gets you gets you pretty far. I mean, it you launch like I don't know. It probably took 6 hours or maybe 8 hours off your journey. Like he
Nice.
really chucked you way up there.
Thank you, friend.
Well, yeah. Don't wait to thank him until after the impact damage.
Okay, so Dane, you hit, and well, here I'll do a dex save. See if you tuck and roll.
Yeah. Okay. Be a 7.
Yeah, so you don't do so well. You try to tuck and roll, and
No, that's a
you-
nat 1 actually.
as a nat 1.
That's a nat 1.
Okay, I'm gonna come back to you. We're gonna just hold that one for a minute. We're gonna do everyone else first. So, all right. So I guess Ray, you're next. You want to do a dex save real quick?
Yep. That's a 13.
You land and you take 11 damage. All right, Castros,
Yep.
what's your dex save?
20. Haha.
Nice. You only take 6 damage.
Let me roll for the centaur 1 sec. Let me roll for Barry.
Yep.
He got a 9.
He takes 12 damage.
Oh, he's fine.
Okay. All right. But the thing is, when you guys all land and you brush yourself off and you see a impact with a streak that blew apart the bark of the ground and Dane lying face down in it. He looked like he tried to land, tried to do something, and just face planted. And oh my god!
I'm imagining like because Alpha actually has slow fall and can negate any damage that might come in. He just like deftly lands at his feet and just watches this crater form in front of him.
Yeah, that sounds very appropriate. So I don't. Oh god. I'm just gonna round this all down, and Dane takes 25 just in blunt force damage to the face.
Ha!
Just plows into the ground, like takes this chunk out, and gets up just with splinters, like a dog that got into a fight with a porcupine. Just down the face, and like spits out toothpicks.
It's like a kid who just fell off the play structure into the bark chips, and he comes up with a bunch of bark chips stuck to his face.
Yep. They're in his beard. They're in his hair. It's just bad.
Like the crater is like one of those like cartoon things where like a cartoon character just falls to the floor and there's just like a perfect imprint.
Yeah,
Yep.
Wile E. Coyote.
I think that was a great idea, everyone, because we could not have had a funnier outcome. I don't think.
No, that was pretty good.
Yeah, it's hilarious.
Do you need healing, Dane?
Well, honestly, we should probably, once we get to like the branch, we should probably take a long rest because we need to regenerate our spell slots anyway.
Yeah, alright. Dane's
Well-
definitely not a cat. He didn't land on this.
No, it's just every time I'm asked to make a dex save, I fail miserably. It's just it's almost like canon anymore. You make a dex save, okay, well I'm just gonna fail. Make a dex save, okay, well there's another fail. It's just
You're a dwarf. To be fair, you're not really expected to be dexterity.
you know, I mean that's true, but it would be nice to at least once or twice, make a decent dex save, but apparently it's just not to be. It's just
You gotta get like one of those 80s workout videos
it'd
and
be
work them
nice
quads.
for one of my sessions to actually have me just make good rolls throughout most of the session instead of one or two good rolls and the rest just absolute crap.
I think all of us have bad rolls except for Alpha. Alpha does fairly well on a good basis, but he still has his giant
Yeah,
fails.
it's
so.
because I use like this dice roller, and then he has a lot of buffs to whatever skills that he has to use is normally good. So it's like if it's not a like a nat 1, then it's okay. But when he nat 1s, nat 1's hard.
Yeah.
Or if you take
Unfortunately,
away
I
his
just
dex,
have that
and
with
it's just
buffs.
like, oh, I am worthless.
Right?
I was actually
I thought that was
debating
funny.
just not even punching and just dashing around the thing to use my lightning bolts, but then you realize, oh yeah, I'm stuck in a thorn field. I can't do anything.
Yeah. All right. So I guess we continue on towards our branch.
Okay.
Dane's attempting to pluck splinters out of his face as he walks along.
You don't want to. You just want to go back to the material plane. The world tree is your oyster.
I mean,
What all can you get from a world tree?
what have we seen so far from the World Tree? I mean,
Ostriches.
we've seen some boars and we've seen some nasty ostriches that have attacked us. We haven't actually run into anything good.
Could I do a nature check to try and remember if any of my weirdo hippie druid acquaintances have talked about anything interesting at the world tree that you can do?
It would be I believe, a history check.
Yeah.
Yeah. Go for it.
17.
Yeah. So you've been told about the Yggdrasil berry, which is like a panacea, capable of curing absolutely anything, even reversing death itself.
That'd be worth it.
Completely forgot I had to
You
Like,
could sell it, I guess.
We don't sell it.
Why wouldn't we sell it?
We keep it.
For what?
Reversing death? Are you kidding me?
Have any of us died yet? What?
Are you sure you got your wisdom back? Oh my god. The short-sightedness of that whole thing.
Just because I'm wise doesn't mean I always use it.
Obvious.
Anyways, well, I mean, we could. Do I remember, like, where they said this would be or how to find it?
The fruits of the tree are usually at the top.
Well, I guess I'll tell this to my party and be like, hey, just so you know, there's this berry that can cure anything, even death, if we wanted to go grab that. Be pretty neat, but we'd have to climb for a while.
Alpha turns and says, Gond can also cure death.
Yes, Alpha, you make a good point. Does anybody else have any objections?
No, I think that's a great idea. It'd be a good ace in the hole. Is there anything else that we can get from Gristle? Like some kind of really cool weapons or anything?
It's a tree. It doesn't necessarily have weapons. It doesn't grow.
Yes, but it reaches everywhere.
Yeah, so I mean, there are other realms you could visit. You know, you could try a branch and see what realm it deposits you in.
I mean, going to the Celestial Realm doesn't sound like it would be a bad idea.
And we could
Yeah,
see the people who, like, crashed down in the first place. It'd come full circle.
Yeah. Yeah, you could go up, you could go down, you could, go all over the place.
Well, what did we want to do first? Grab the berry, or...
Yeah, let's start climbing up. See if we can find the berry. A visit to the Celestial Realms might not be a bad thing. I mean, they're the ones that sent us on this stupid quest in the first place, and they have not really helped us at all, so a little aid from them would be kind of welcome.
True, but they're not going to remember this at all because we're in the past.
Well, but they're also gods, so they tend not to necessarily exist in a linear timeline.
What do you know about gods?
Just guessing.
Alright, fair enough. Guess as good as anything. Let's go get that berry.
All right, you guys are going to start heading north. And as you do, you hear that a familiar rumble from behind you as you see that dark horse approaching again.
Dark horse.
Oh, cool.
Dark horse.
Now I'm a dark horse.
Rides across Idrisil, the thoroughbred of sin. He's got an invitation that we just came in.
Excellent. All right.
He pulls up and he says,
Oh, hello again, travelers. I seem to remember you going the other way not too long ago.
Yes, we finished that part, and now we're heading north.
Oh, excellent. You seem a little worse for the wear, but bear the marks of the glory of battle.
Yeah, I wish we could have said that.
But you won, did you not?
Yeah, we passed the test.
I would say that counts as a win.
You can walk away from, right, friend?
Right, yes. So, yes, now we're going to see if we can find some things before we head back to complete our quest.
Excellent. I see you're at the branch to the material realm. Probably best to not venture too much further.
Why do you say
Anyway,
that?
well, many dangerous things out here. This is the world tree after all. You never know where you might end up.
Right. Well, hey, we're always on the lookout for celestial or, really, really good weapons to fight the being that we're eventually going to have to face because he is so much more powerful than we are.
Yes, and, by the way, what was your name again?
Dane Stonemaster.
Ah. Yes, I have heard that name. I see great things in your future.
Oh, good, because
We're gonna get 10,000, 1,000 years in the future.
everything in my past has been pain.
Oh, my friend. A warrior is forged through the fires. It seems like pain, but it is only sharpening your blade for the killing blow.
Are you a follower of Gond?
No.
No, but he is fun at parties.
Alpha,
Oh, are you a god?
Yes, it's Odin the Allfather.
we wouldn't know that in character.
No, we wouldn't.
No, no, he's. If anyone asked him, he just would say, "Well, I am."
I am Wonder, son of warrior.
So I can maybe use a religion check to see if I can recognize this.
Religion check.
Uh,
What do you know about nature gods?
Apparently I only got rolled a 12, so not that good at my religious knowledge.
So, were you actually asking him about what he knows about nature gods?
Yeah.
Okay. He's.
Oh, I know a thing or two. You won't find any of them here on the tree, but they do occasionally pass between realms.
It's only natural.
It's only natural. How much? Puns. Okay. All right. So, is there anything specifically we need to be on the lookout for?
He puts his hand up to his chin and thinks for a moment and says,
I believe all challenges ahead of you are well within your capacity.
You obviously don't know our capacity.
No, right?
"Says
You will be fine. Just stay positive.
I'm positive no matter what the situation, so I think I'll be okay. I'm positive if I had my arm bitten on by a pretty neat I don't even know, just a worm, like a giant worm with teeth, I'd just be like, oh, look at the size of those incisors, man, this is cool, this is a cool day.
You should be not giving the guy you're talking to any ideas.
What? Nah,
hey,
I'm a positive person.
in any case, he, the man on the horse says,
Until I see you again, farewell.
turns and rides
Very well.
off.
Farewell, you have a cool horse, you should give me one. Bye!
He laughs. You hear a chuckle in the distance,
Maybe.
echoing back down.
Is that a maybe? I'll keep my
All right.
hopes up.
Well, you are heading north as we pan our camera back out to that starry sky and roll credits.
Whoop whoop.
All right, sounds great.
I wasn't utterly useless. That was nice. I got a chill with a centaur, so, even better. Good day.
Good
I
time.
thought that was great. And, I mean, the thing is, Jay, if you roll too well, there's no fun in the adventure. You got to have those rolls to just cause the chaos that makes for the funny moments.
Exactly.
Well, I don't know. Kind of like last season when I was Barnaby and I got to that point where, I could reliably be counted on to do, a decent amount of damage where I went in, I never felt like I was overmatched in anything I came up against. Because, everything was, worked out in such a way that, I didn't really whiff that much. And Dane just is not really developed that way as far as a character. He is very
I
much.
think he's more rounded because you are able to do both spells and major attacks with general.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm still doing less damage per attack than a kick from an ostrich bird. I mean, that
Hey.
gets really frustrating.
An ostrich bird from one of the demonic realms.
Yeah, I know. I understand that we're going up against these really tough creatures, and but still, it just gets kind of it's like okay, well, Alpha did 20 attack damage with this, and I did 5. You know, it's just just and then I didn't even try. I don't even try hardly using the axe anymore because it's just kind of all right. It's just So I guess
Yeah.
I could try awakening the demon, but then that's going to turn me into some kind of uh that stupid thing is going to want me to be fomenting rebellion wherever I go, which is going to be irritating in its own right because Dane's not going to want to have to deal with that fighting that thing the whole time. So I don't know. It's
Well, yeah, well,
I'm looking
part
for
of it is.
consistency.
Yeah, but and the other side of it is, yes, I realize that Alpha got way overpowered, and we probably should put boxing gloves on him. But I think before, I undermatched you with what you were fighting against, so you guys didn't have really any challenges.
What you're talking about last year?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wasn't ever sure what to put against you, and now I'm trying to be a little more balanced. I'm kind of understanding it more, and so there is more of a challenge. So you guys are taking more damage. There's resistances and stuff I'm taking into account.
Downside when our GM becomes Fox News. Fair and balanced.
What? Oh God! don't do that. No, but I because I don't I just try to follow. I try to find a monster that sounds like it's going to be cool. Try to play it. I bought this book, The Monsters We Know. It's written by a longtime DM, like a guy who ran a game for over a decade, and he wrote about how he wanted to make the monsters act as if they had evolved to be those creatures. So he talked about like how they would function in a pack or in their native environment. What happens when they get out of that environment? What happens when they do start getting injured? How do they respond? So I'm trying to incorporate things like that more.
I actually really appreciate the fact that Alpha's overpowered right now. It kind of gives me, it's a nice security blanket for the rest of the party when we roll bad, which we tend to do more often than not. It's kind of nice to know that Alpha's always there is a really decent backup to, well, I whiffed on this one, but, we can always count on Alpha to do some damage, so.
True. But, I could always just, if he was a little less overpowered, then, I could just have a different monster set, basically. But I don't know. I like your idea of going on this adventure up to find, your better weapons and all that, because then that's the other thing. When you do those type of quests, it does allow me to do more stuff where it's like, oh yeah, this is where you find this thing, or,
Yeah, I definitely
throw
think
in those.
A trip to the Celestial Realms would be just a good idea, just in general, because like I said, they're the ones that set us on the quest, and then they basically ignored us this entire time. The only aid that we've gotten is from the demonic realms, and
which isn't. So my thought on the Weir was never demonic. It was like more like the town of Eureka, from that show.
Oh, I never watched that
show.
show, so.
Oh, okay. So the premise of the show is that basically after the Manhattan Project, like Oppenheimer and all those guys, they decided, we need a place where all of the smart people can go to just do nothing but science, like just scientific research.
Oh, yes.
So this town everyone is like a genius. Like even the guy who runs the town cafe has like a PhD in gastroenterology. Like he's like, everything is just amazing. So the Weir was meant to be like that. It was all just like the smartest of the smart from every realm, and it didn't matter where you were from. If you were from, you know, the peak of Mount Celestia or the bottom of the Nine Hells, if you were like the smartest of the smart, you could go there. It was like Mensa, you know, every day you're all gathered together.
Because that was definitely not the vibe I got from it.
I know, but it's not supposed to be on the surface. Like it's supposed to seem creepy and scary and all those things because it just is what it is. But it's kind of like, oh, the movie "Defending Your Life" by Albert Brooks.
Yeah, again, I never
that's a
watched
good
that one.
Ah, it's so good. It holds up so well. Give it a watch. It's basically the place he goes in that movie. It's like his vision of where all these people are hanging out with brain envy.
Yeah, I've seen bits of it where he was basically kind of a selfish person.
Yep.
And so he really actually has to defend his life because I think it's kind of almost like purgatory where it's just kind of a holding area. And then he ends up falling in love with, was it Meryl Streep?
It was. Yep.
Where she actually led this very kind of not really blessed life, but she actually kind of did everything right like she was supposed to do. So
Yep.
really, she didn't really have to defend her life, at least in a little bit I saw.
Correct.
So yeah, and then it was just kind of about their burgeoning relationship.
Yep.
But I never really watched the whole thing or saw how it ended or anything like that.
Well, he overcomes all of his shortcomings with the power of love. You know, it's an 80s movie.
Yes, right.
But it's just that's the backstory I was eventually building up to. Then you guys, if you would have, you know, depending how you, I mean, it's your choices how much I reveal at any given time.
Yes.
You know, how far you want to investigate and all that.
Right.
So.
Okay. Yeah, this actually might not be a bad thing. I'm always kind of, while we're doing this quest, I always have this, clock going off in my head because, well, originally we had a time frame where we're kind of up against it. Now, not so much because we're 1,000 years back in time. Probably that pressure is off at least. So,
But new pressures have arisen.
right? Yes, I mean we still have the orb of power that we're going to have to find.
And do so before it can be implemented and the guy turn into a super being.
Okay. Got it.
I mean, you don't know exactly when that's going to happen, but you know it's sometime between now and sometime soon when he will become the
Boss.
the boss that you have to deal with in a couple thousand years in the future.
Yeah. Yep, that's a good point. We should just become murder hobos and just kill everything, and then eventually we'll get to the being. We'll find the right one eventually if we just kill everybody else. I know you would.
Horrible.
Every DM does not want to hear. Oh, I'm just gonna kill it. I kill everything. You come upon this lady who is washing her hair. I kill her. But why? Because she could have given you something great. Doesn't matter.
I could be the next beast of Gévaudan. I can become a direwolf and just kill all the girls in the fields.
Kind of a loup-garou. French for werewolf.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Well, I did forget about this earlier, but I think it's been a few episodes, so I think it's that time. Aren't we supposed to? It's been like 3 episodes, so we should level again.
Yeah, I'm off. This would be a good one because, at least I think with me, leveling up to 11 is pretty significant.
Cool. Well, then let's do
Turn
that.
it up to 11.
That's right. Isn't leveling up to 11 pretty good for you too, Emily? Yeah. So
Let me
cool.
actually see what happens. I think at 11. Yeah, I think I actually get a party buffer now. Finally.
Nice. What does that mean? You positively affect.
Yeah, what is it? I need to look it up again because it's when I unlock another monastic feature. And with my particular one, I think I can finally give everyone like an aura. Like a defensive aura type thing. Let's see here. Aspect of the worm. Protecting allies from harm, punishing any who are against them. As a bonus action, I can create an aura of draconic power that radiates 30 feet from me for 1 minute. Then can choose acid, cold, fire, lightning, so fire resistance. So anyone within the aura gains fire resistance, and when one of the allies in the aura is hit by an attack made by another creature, you can then use a reaction, if you want, after getting hit, to deal an amount of damage of the fire damage equal to 1 roll of my martial arts. So it's like as a reaction to getting hit, you gain fire resistance, and as a reaction can do a 1d6 retaliatory strike.
Okay.
So I mean, it's not great, but it's
Damn.
it's a nice little protection.
Yeah, I was just kind of looking to see if I actually had anything really good. No, not incredibly exciting. I get an extra attack, so I guess I get 2 extra attacks now. So that's something. Yeah, I get three attacks now, which is nice.
Sweet.
But really, 13th level is when stuff is going to be pretty good for me. Because then I get to go up, I get to learn another spell. Well, I get to go into the 3rd level spell slots, and I think I can learn another spell.
Well, the good news is at a level 11, I think, is when there's a bunch of the in the rule book, a bunch of the legendary items actually become useful.
Oh, cool.
Because it's like 10 or 11, there's a cutoff where you're, it's like if you're before those levels, you can't even pick some of them up.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yep, I'm still waiting. So 2 more levels, and I'll get to learn Fireball. So I'm looking forward to that. All right. So other than that, I'm not getting anything huge with the 11th level.
Oh, okay. I thought you did, but all right.
I thought just the extra attack. I mean, that's pretty decent. So 10th level, I actually got something cool, but I haven't used it yet. Basically, I learned how to make my weapon strikes undercut a creature's resistance to my spells. So if I hit a creature with a weapon attack, that creature has disadvantage on the next saving throw it makes against a spell you cast before the end of your next turn. I've just never used it. Oh, I was supposed to learn an additional wizard cantrip of my choice at 10th level, and I never did.
Ah, well, we kind of rushed through it. This has been an Azentuary LLC production. Find us online at azentuary.com for character bios, merchandise, Patreon, and more. Thank you for listening.
But yes, that is Lucifer. Isn't he attractive?